Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to speak about something that is a bit delicate because I am a YouTuber and I'm going to speak about YouTubers and opinions. Every time there is a new product that comes out, a camera or lens, most of the time camera, many YouTubers, I include myself, we make a video to speak about it. Some of us do have the camera, other of us, that includes me sometimes, we don't have the camera to speak about it, but we still make a video. And the opinion between a YouTuber and another can be so different. So many people are completely lost at the time of knowing who to believe. Is this guy telling right? Is this other guy telling right? And they don't know what to do. And this is completely understandable. So I'm going to give you a few advice, the one I use myself when I see reviews, to make my own mind on what is right or not for me, okay? And that's it. So let's start. Well, every time a new product comes out, many videos appear, and that different type. One are presentation of the product, that can be an unboxing or showing the product itself, how it is, and showing the accessories that are included, things like this. I think this video, they don't really interest me, but I think they're really useful. Many people would like to see how it is. The unboxing normally are a successful video, and normally the person who presents it doesn't give opinion, just give information and shows what it is. And I prefer to have opinion or information, but to just see how it looks. Some people like it, so I think this is great. There are these videos for people to they cannot touch the product, so they can at least see how it would look. Okay, so I think this is great. There are these videos. Okay, then we have opinion videos, which is people, sometimes it's everything included, opinion, unboxing, all this, but these are YouTubers that give their opinion about a product. They tell what they think, all this. So this is normally what most of us do. Okay, then you have advice. People who will tell you, advise you to buy this product, or advise you not to buy it, or I think this, or I think that you should go for it or not. This is more subjective, and people get more involved in giving an opinion. They go a bit further and recommend or not a product. Then you have hype. Hype, really, this is propaganda. People that just tell, go for it, buy, this is the best you have, you will be the best photographer with this camera, go for it, all this. Honestly, there's a big problem with this, that many people, they just love to hear the word hype or clickbait, and actually what they do is they think that every video speaking about a product that is really in vogue, that is it has to be hype always. No, you can speak about a product that many people have presented on their YouTube channel, and it does not mean you are doing hype. Simply you're giving your opinion. Hype is when people stop being objective and they just push you to buy without any solid reason or constructive video. Okay, so no, although a product may have thousands of videos, it doesn't mean that they hold hype. Many are just information, because people ask for information and they show it on the channel. That's the business, to show it. Okay, doesn't mean they're doing hype. Okay, then you have buzz. Buzz is a sound bees are making buzz like this, and most of the time these people just go the other direction. If many people speak good about the product, they will speak bad about it. And if they speak bad about it, they will speak good about it. Why? The only thing they want is to be different. If I see 300 thumbnail of a product on YouTube, and they all say, great camera, great this, great that, and I see one that says, don't buy it, I'm not going to watch a 300 video speaking good about it. I'm going to check that one that says no good. And most of the time, these people, what they're told is really stupid things just for you to click on the link. That's it. Obviously, you don't have to agree with the big mass about a camera, and you can still say, I would not buy it, or I recommend not to buy it, and it doesn't mean it's always buzz. But by experience, most of this type of video, they are done just for you to go there and to hear something negative about a product. They wanted you to click on it. That's simple, okay? Same as some people make video about health and other things just to attract you to go there, okay? So for me, this is ridiculous, honestly. If you wanted to help me, I can help you too. I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. There I don't speak about gear, I just speak about photography, tips, tuition. There's a join button just below so you have access to exclusive video just for members. Also leave you affiliated links in description. Please use them, that really helps me. And don't forget that if you buy Aperty or Luminar Neo, you get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% extra on top of any offer they have. So you see a great offer, it still plays my code and it's even cheaper for you. Thank you so much, that really helps me. Let's carry on. So for me, there are 4 types of situation of YouTuber. 2 have the product in their hands and 2 don't have the product in their hands. And they still make a video, all 4 of them, okay? The first one has a free opinion. What does this mean? TT Artisan sends me this lens and says, Eric, do you want to test this lens? Okay, tell whatever you want. That's it. Goodbye. I don't have to send the video prior to publishing. I don't have to follow anything. I just say what I want. That's it. This is free speech. I have the lens. I try it. Same thing with cameras. That's okay. Then you have the guided opinion. What is that? Well, some brand, they tell you, okay, I send you the product, but you must tell this, 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 and this. And if you don't tell it, then we don't send the product. And you must send the video prior to publishing, so we validate it. For me, this is no good because you don't say what you want. That's that's not logical. I should say whatever I want. And actually, a few companies that actually contacted me telling, yeah, I send you the product, but you must tell this. I said no. And when I finally presented it, is because at last they said, okay, we don't want to know what you need to tell, we don't need to see the video for approval, prior approval, all this. Then okay, no problem, send me the product, I speak about it, I test it, I give my honest opinion, and that's it, okay? So sometimes it's not guided, but it's we have the info. For example, let's go back to this lens. How many blades do you have in the aperture? Well, I have to ask. They give me a small information about the lens, and obviously this is not guided. These are technical information that I need to know. Or the weight, I could put it on a weight on a scale anyway myself, but to make sure it's the right weight, all this, ask them the info. But my opinion about the lens, about the quality, all this is mine, okay? So I cannot say this is guided. This is just info. You ask, so you save time when you make the review, or tell me the main feature of your new camera, this, and this. So you go straight to test these new features. So this is not guided. They don't tell you to say if it's good or bad. They just tell you, okay, we have this list of features, and that's it. Now you speak about it or not, okay? So some people, some companies do guide you, and I recommend that normally you see it, because all the reviews, they all tell exactly the same thing at the same time, okay? So you realize this. And then there's something new. This is really nasty way of working. I cannot tell for a legal reason. I cannot tell the company name, okay, nor the YouTuber name. But there is a large company of cameras and lenses. They send camera for free with a lens in exchange of 2 videos. And they tell you, you can tell anything you want about the camera. But there is in the contract specific things. I cannot tell in which country it happened, because I've seen in some countries, I think this contract doesn't exist, because I see some people who are doing what I'm going to tell that they cannot do, okay? But in some countries, under contract, you tell whatever you want, you keep the camera, you keep the lens, but you cannot speak about the competition until the end of the year. You cannot speak about a specific product from the competition until the end of the year. So for me, that invalidates completely the review. It means that, yes, you can tell what you want, but from the second they oblige you not to speak about a competitor, then you lose your credibility with yourself and with your audience. And the company itself loses credibility. If you're so sure that your product is good, how can you tell a YouTuber that he cannot speak about the competitors? There's another brand that is maybe family of this one. I've got a friend YouTuber that actually reviewed many of their products that he bought himself. present it on his channel. And then when he contacted them, he said, I could review more of your product, but I cannot buy all of them, so could you send me for free so I can present them? And they say, yeah, okay, but there's one condition. You remove this video, this video, this video, and this video that you already published and that don't speak good about our product. You have some negative points. These kind of reviews, they're cheating with the audience, they're cheating with everything. I don't understand how people can accept that. If a company contacts me and says, I'll give you a camera for free for 2 videos, oh great, but you cannot speak about that brand, then no way, I cannot accept that, okay? So when this happens, that's a big problem. So yes, these 2 kind of people who have the product in their hand. And then you have 2 other kind of YouTuber that didn't have the product in their hand. Can they speak about it? Yes, you have the first version. Yeah, yes, they can have an opinion, and the other one that they cannot have an opinion. Let's say this Fujifilm X-S20, imagine I don't have it in my hand. What opinion can I give and what opinion cannot I give? Well, I can give my opinion about the features, like I want it to have 8K. It's not 8K, I can say that. It's not 8K, okay? Or I want it to have, I don't know, bird detection. It would not have it. I would say, yeah, I miss bird detection. Or they don't have the product. Or yes, there is no mechanical shutter, only electronic shutter. I can have an opinion about electronic shutters and the lack of mechanical shutter. I can have an opinion about that. What we cannot have an opinion about if we didn't try the product is optical quality. I cannot give you my opinion about the optical quality. I didn't test it. I cannot tell you how it feels in my hand, if it's nice or not. I cannot tell if the viewfinder is nice or not. I didn't have it. But for all the technical side and specs, of course I can give an opinion. Of course someone can say, well, I wish it had 10 frames per second instead of 5, or things like this. It's completely possible. Or I wish the screen would not flip this way but that way. You don't need to have the camera in your hand to have this opinion. The problem is when people have an opinion about something that is not possible. They say, I think this camera is too small for my hand. But did you have it in your hand? No. So you cannot have an opinion about that. So for me, this is not a problem when someone gives me technical opinion, even if it didn't have in the hand, because it can give you specs and it really helps. And think about it. And actually for many years we've been buying things just reading specs without seeing the product, or sometimes you just see similar product but not the full product, not the one you want, because it's not available. When you want to go and buy a car, sometimes you say, well, there is 3 models, the 100 horsepower, the 120 and the 150. Okay, could I try them? Well, the 120, we don't have it. So I try the 100, I try the 150, and maybe I order the 120, and I trust it's fine because I read the specs, and with that, it's okay. So I don't think we can blame people who speak about a product they don't have in their hand, as long as they keep to the specs, not to opinion that are physical or things like this, because obviously they cannot give an opinion. So yes, for me, that's really not a problem for me, okay? But there are 3 things we cannot forget. First of all, when a YouTuber doesn't tell anything bad about image quality, and people complain telling, this guy doesn't find anything wrong about image quality, never. Well, that's logical. There are no bad cameras anymore. Okay, there are no bad cameras. Obviously, if you're on really special situation, really high lights or low light, yes, you will see a difference. But most of the time, 99% of the time, image quality will be fine with any camera, smartphone, whatever. Okay, so that's normal. If someone is reviewing cameras, testing in a way that most people will use the camera, he will not tell anything negative, because there's nothing negative. He can tell, yeah, the autofocus is not fast enough, or I would like to have a higher burst rate when I make several shots in a row, things like this. But about the image quality, there's not much to say about it. So don't forget this. This is why some YouTubers don't tell things negative related to image quality. Second, it's impossible to be 100% objective. We are human. We have our own feelings, our own likes, our own way of doing things. So obviously, it's impossible to be objective. Sometimes there are things I don't like because maybe it's not a good day for me, and I was not optimistic that day, was not too fair with the product, or sometimes the other way around. I remember when I presented this XS20, I was in Luxembourg, and I was really enthusiastic. I really loved the camera, and some people asked me, "Are you getting paid by Fujifilm?" No, I was not. Actually, when I came back to the Canary Islands, I actually bought the camera. Why? Because I love this camera. So some people would think I was getting paid. And maybe I was over optimistic, maybe I was over enthusiastic for some people, but for me not, because it's the way I felt at that moment. So don't forget this, that when you see a YouTuber, whether it's negative or positive, maybe it's not completely objective. So this is why I always said, don't just watch my videos, watch someone else's. Also, check other YouTubers, what they have to tell, what they feel about it. That's important. You cannot trust just the opinion of one person, even if it's me. I try to be as objective as possible, but it's impossible to be completely objective. Then, don't forget that we all use our cameras in a way that may differ from other people. Well, assuming that the YouTuber is also a photographer or videographer. Obviously, if he's just a YouTuber showing product, he doesn't actually use it, it's hard for him to give you an opinion, okay? But obviously, I use the camera in a way that maybe that's not yours. So what I tell about the camera maybe doesn't match what you think. For example, I always say that I'm not a good judge for autofocus. For me, as long as one dot is fine and it follows properly and this, I'm happy. I don't need to have bird detection, cat eye detection, train detection, all this. I've been making photos for years without that, and I could make the pictures, and many people can make pictures without these features. So it's really hard for us to judge. Maybe if yourself you would deactivate the bird detection and do it like this, or standard autofocus, you would get better results. But you didn't try, so you trust the bird detection, it doesn't give the result you want, and you complain. So it depends on each person. Or sometimes they tell me, what do you think about this camera for astrophotography? I don't know, I don't do astrophotography. I've done a few times just for fun, but I'm not an expert. Probably it's better to speak to another YouTuber who actually used this camera for astrophotography, who will tell you, no, I've tried it for it, it's no good. So it's important. Don't forget that each person uses the camera in a different way than yours, or maybe the same one. But we have so many ways of using cameras and so many type of pictures also, so that's important. Don't forget this. Then there's a point that many people forget. When we recommend a camera, we should always do it within a context. Not every YouTuber does it, but normally you try to tell what is a camera for, who is a camera for. And that's important, because if I tell this camera, if you are looking for a camera that is small, not big, not too expensive, that does video, all this, and you're going to go on a vacation with your family, that could be a good camera for you. I've described the user, okay? If you're the type of user, this camera, yeah, it's probably good for you. But if you are a guy that does sport photography with really high frame rate, many pictures in a row, and this and that, that's probably not the camera for you. So if I don't specify who the camera is for, and you don't, or you just doesn't listen to that part, you may buy a great camera that is not good for you. Or you can buy a camera that is fantastic for you, but is not good for many other users. So it's really important not to forget that a camera is not just a camera for anything. It's a camera for something and someone. So it's so important to know that. So it's really important that you make your own list of requirements. What will you do? What you want to do with your camera or your lens? What do you expect? And many things to see if it matches the recommendation. Sometimes some YouTubers just say, it's a great camera, go for it. No, it's great for him, but what's about for you? So make this list, okay? And if you see it doesn't match what the guy is telling, check other YouTuber, compare, see if they all have the same opinion or if they all recommend the same way, all this. Compare, okay? So it's important. Make your own list of requirements, because what is good for me maybe is not good for you, or what is fantastic for you is not good for me. For example, the Ricoh GR3, I don't like this camera. It is a really good camera, but not for me. But I recommended it to many people because when they explain what they want to do, I say, oh yeah, the Ricoh GR3 is for you. Not for me, but for him, yes it is. So don't forget this. Then, when we make a review, it's impossible to tell you all the features. What the camera or the lens does, it's so many. So normally we try to tell the new things or the important things. But there are many features we don't have time to tell. The video would last for hours. So normally I recommend always in my videos, and I'll tell it to you right now again, go to the maker website and check all the features. Let's say I say this camera does video 4K 60, for example, and you say, oh, that's great, but I didn't say if it was a crop, or maybe what you want to do, you want C4K, cinema 4K, and I didn't tell it. So maybe it doesn't have it. I don't know. I don't know if this one have it. I can't remember. Okay, I've got so many things in my mind. Okay, but I didn't tell it, and right now I can't remember. And you buy it, and imagine it doesn't have it. Then you will be disappointed because what you wanted is not present. So check the features on the maker website. All the features, and more than this. Sometimes features, the list is hard to understand, or we don't exactly grasp what they mean, okay? So I recommend you also download the camera manual. Normally they're available online on the website of the brand, okay? So you download it, because sometimes it's easier to understand when you see menu, screen capture, explanation in front of it, and you say, oh, okay, it does that. Add my doubt if you could do that. And when you check the menus on the manual on PDF, you check it, and then you have more information, and you can see if this feature maybe you need are there, or maybe you didn't know you need it, but you discover they exist. Okay, so it's important. Do the job before buying. Then we arrive to the point that you decide to buy. And I see many people that tell me, well, if I cannot touch the camera, I cannot buy. I need to see the camera, to have it in my hand, all this. Well, unluckily, lately it's harder and harder to have this situation, because there are less and less shops, and also many shops that do have stocks, but they don't have demo cameras because brands are not sending demo cameras. So if they open the box to show you the camera, you touch it, you make a few pictures, that shop cannot sell it as new anymore. And the margin for retailer is really small. It used to be a lot, 30–40%, but that's not good. That's not possible anymore. So it means if you touch a camera, you open it, you take out the seals of the box, then that shop cannot sell it as new. And maybe has to do a 10–20% discount, and probably will lose money. So they will tell you, no, sorry, here's the box, you buy it or not, okay? And that's it. So that's a good point and a bad point. The good news is coming. The bad news is, yeah, you cannot touch a camera before. So the good news is, well, now you could buy online. Before you didn't buy online because you wanted to touch a camera. But now that you cannot touch anywhere most of the time, doesn't matter if you buy a physical shop or online. But there is a good plus when you buy online. Depends on which country, which continent you are, okay? But in Europe, I know in the States, there are also some laws about this. In Europe, you have 14 days to tell the seller that you don't want the product. So I receive it today, I try it, I use it, and I say, no, I don't like it. I notify the seller that I don't want it, I'm going to return it. I had 2 weeks to do that, 14 days. And then I've got an extra 14 days to return it. So it means if I waited to the last day to notify and wait also the last day for sending, because as long as you have the stamp that says when it was sent, you have these 2 weeks. You have the camera for 2 weeks, for a month in total. 2 weeks plus 2 weeks, 14 plus 14, 28 days to have the camera, play with it, use it before sending it back. So it means it has never been safer to buy online. Never, ever. Now it's really less risky. And this is what the law says in Europe. But in some places, it's even more. It's 30 days, depends on the seller. When you're on a physical shop, they don't have any obligation to take back your camera. When they do it as a courtesy. and sometimes they don't reimburse the money. They just give you a voucher to buy other things. So it means that you've put like 1,000 euros in the shop, you don't want the product, you want, at the end you say, no, I don't want any cameras, and you have a voucher for and nothing you want to buy with it. So that's a big problem. So it has never been safer to buy online now. And also many people say, yeah, but I will buy when they have stock. Well, cameras that are really in vogue, they don't have stock. So you need to pre-order or order the camera, and you will get it. It takes some time, sometimes fast, sometimes it's slower, but there are some type of cameras that there is never stock. So if you don't buy online with a pre-order or physical shop, but with a pre-order or ordering, you will never get it. You will always wait, because this camera will never reach the shelves and have it exposed there. That will not happen. Why? Because there is too much demand. And many people think that, yeah, but if I order and then the next day I go to a shop, I see it there, physical shop. Yeah, but you can cancel your order at any time. So don't worry, you can buy online. But what's clear, if you want a camera that many people want also, you must order the camera. If you wait for it to be in stock, it will happen maybe when they change the product and there's a new version coming out. So don't forget this. Successful cameras, a successful product, they don't have stock. You need to order, and then you will be online to get when it arrives. Okay, so don't forget this. And sometimes you don't have to wait that long. Some products you wait several months, but there are many you wait a few days, a couple of weeks. So don't forget, if you want a product, order it. Well, that's it. I hope this video helps you clarify a bit the attitude we have, YouTuber, and the attitude you need to have when you listen to a review. What should I trust, not trust, compare, not compare, all this. And I hope this video helps you to make a better decision or and value better a review you watch on YouTube, for example. But the other support also. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here and the small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also, remind you, I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. There's a join button just below, so you have access to exclusive video just for member. There, I don't speak about gear, just about photography, tips, tuition in general. So just click the join button and you have access to the exclusive video just for members. Also, leave your affiliated links in description. Don't forget, if you buy from Luminar, Neo or Aperty, you get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10, 10% extra on top of any offer they have. So if you see great offer, still place my code and you save some money, more money. Also, leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you so much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.